Hello, once again, Purple Eagles fans. My name is Todd Callen from the Niagara Sports Network, and very pleased to be joined today via Zoom by Katrina Wardner and Zoe Gavin, members of the 2022 MAAC Swimming and Diving Women's Championship team here from Niagara University. First of all, ladies, thanks so much for stopping by. We appreciate you logging on via Zoom. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Yeah, happy to do it. Happy to have you along. Let's talk a little bit about the championship. And Zoe, I wanted to start with you as team captain and a member of this team for 4 years. Just how great does that phrase sound, MAAC champions?
It's definitely something that I would have never imagined my first year here. So watching Katrina and that relay team finish and touch the wall, I got really emotional. I looked at Eric, I looked up at Simon in the stands, and it was honestly just a really surreal moment. And it's just nice because every single person on our team contributed to that win. So it's definitely a nice way to go out for me, for sure.
There is a great highlight video, and you really can capture the emotion that you speak of. And one of the things that I wanted to get to later on, but we'll bring it up right now, again, Zoe, still talking about the team effort. This isn't, a swimmer or two that carried the rest of the team along the way, but everybody had a hand in it. As one of the captains talk about how gratifying that was.
Yeah, so I think the start of this year, it's always been about the team. It's always been about one team. And through every meet, that would be like our motto, like we just all got to get through it together. And then finally at the meet, it started off with that 8 free relay in the morning as a team with that win and just the cheering and everything. So I think once we realized that we had a shot, a lot of people started like putting their all into the team effort rather than just worrying about their own times, which was like the most amazing thing about it all. So you look at like other teams, they had a lot of individual wins by specific people, but they were still so far down on the ladder because they didn't have the depth that we did, and they didn't have every single person putting in that effort, whether it was top 8, the A final, the B final, the people cheering on the side, like 16th place at one point like made a difference for us. So it was just really cool that every single person on the team could contribute to something this amazing.
Katrina, let's bring you in now as you transfer to Niagara University from St. Bonaventure. Talk a little bit about once you got in the pool and joined along with this team. At what point during the season or during preseason did you perhaps feel that I've got a chance to be a part of something really special here?
I honestly felt that when I was being recruited by Eric. He told me, he was like, we have a chance to do something real, do something crazy this year. And honestly, it was right away. Meeting all the girls, the first practice, everybody worked so hard. Everybody was so welcoming. And it was the culture was a culture in which you could be a MAAC champion. And so it was right away.
And I think I heard a bit about that. You did know a number of your teammates prior to becoming a Purple Eagle, but that certainly had to help in how quickly they welcomed you into the group. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Also, so my roommate from Bonaventure is actually best friends with Zoe from their hometown. So I knew Zoe throughout my undergrad. I knew Delaney and I talked to Yvonne a little bit. So yeah, I knew a decent amount of them, and they were so welcoming, and I just felt a part of the team immediately.
That is fantastic. Zoe, I wanted to ask you a little bit about, of course, everyone knows about Coach Bugbee being honored as the MAAC Coach of the Year, and immediately he gives credit to the team. So I want you to talk a little bit, though, about your coach and just the impact he's had and how critical he was to your guys' success.
Yeah, so before we even won or had a chance at winning, I knew for a fact we could come in like second or third and he would still get Coach of the Year just because of how much he deserved it and how hard he worked. And I think a lot of people on campus knew that, and I think a lot of people in the MAAC knew that as well. It reminds me kind of when I'd go on my recruit calls and I'd be like, you got to come here to this school because our coach is just so amazing. He believes so much in us. So I think he's like the perfect balance of holding us accountable and making sure that culture, like Katrina said, is the right type of culture, but also like believing in us in a way that I think my first couple of years here I didn't really get. So it definitely builds into our success, and just how much he cares about us, the sport, how much he vouches for us. That definitely plays into it. And he deserved that. We could have gotten last place and I would have told you he deserved that award.
Zoe, talk a little bit also, if you will, about the commitment to, all of the days of practice. It's not just getting better during the meets. We know there's a ton of time that's not at a meet, but you guys have practice, and there's always the whisper of a COVID protocol here and there that you have to, deal with. Just talk a little bit about the commitment from start to finish as one of the leaders on the team, and just how well you guys fared with that respect.
Yeah, so I think last year was a good glimpse of the bad things that can happen from this virus, and all of us practiced really hard last year, and then our championship got canceled. So I think that also lit a fire in us this year to kind of come back and show them what we're made of. But this year we practice quite a lot. We practice in the morning, we practice in the afternoon, we go to lifts. There definitely was some COVID hiccups, but thankfully we got to the meet without, I think there was one person on the men's team that wasn't able to come the first couple days because of COVID, but all of our women were able to be there. So it was just nice that we didn't really have a ton of hiccups, at least towards the end of the season with the meet. I actually have COVID right now. So I was like texting with Eric. I was like, at least it's now instead of before the meet, like, because like I said, if one person was out from COVID, then this probably wouldn't have happened. Like every single person needed to be there to contribute to our team. So definitely we lucked out.
And Katrina, I want to go to you next. You're part of all the gold medal winning relay teams. You won the 200 free as the MAAC championships were unfolding. Did you have any sense that you could rise to the kind of heights that you did, just speaking individually this season?
I definitely thought I could. Yes, I do. But I also don't think I could have done it without everybody on the team. I've always said a relay is 4 people, but 4 people are swimming physically, but the whole relay is the entire team. Everybody helps the people on the relays at practice. Everybody works with them. Everybody races them in practice. And so the relay is a 26 girl event in my mind. So I think, yes, individually, I think I knew I could do it, but I also needed everybody on the team with me there.
And let's dig a little bit deeper on that. Katrina, we'll stick with you on this one. I have heard a lot of different stories about other teams perhaps pulling for the Purple Eagles when it looked as though it may be just between 1 or 2 or a third school, but also the men's team, just tremendous support there on the deck, rooting you guys on. Talk a little bit about how not just the 26 members of your team, but throughout the building and the Flickinger Center, and how much support you got.
Yeah, it was crazy. I have never experienced something like that. Every team, I don't think it's anything necessarily against Fairfield, but they've been dominant. And so everybody wanted someone else to win. And so all the other teams were rooting for us. Everybody was rooting for teams to touch out Fairfield. It was a cool atmosphere, but also to our men's team. Our men's team got behind us every single step of the way. And we are so thankful for them, and we could not have done it without them either.
And Zoe, we talk about how important those 4 days were, and really you guys from start to finish right near, the top second place after Wednesday, and then you get closer and closer to the lead. And Saturday morning, you guys are in first place. You know what's ahead of you. Talk about maybe some of the conversations that you had with the team as you look to take that final step and become MAAC champions.
Yeah, so I know I spoke with Eric before the meet a couple times, and I was like, do you think we have a shot at this? Like, who do we need to look out for? And he was kind of downplaying it, honestly, I think, because he didn't want us to get too excited and to go into it like thinking that we had this big chance, because he still wanted us to work hard, which definitely worked out in our favor. But then every day, every session, I'd be like, how close are we? I'd be like trying to calculate the points on my phone, like thinking like, how are we going to do this? And then we had a team meeting before finals on Saturday. So I think we were ahead by like 10 or 12 points on Saturday going into finals. And we saw the Fairfield girls having a little meeting, and we were like, we got to have a meeting. We got to try to get people excited, but not get people too nervous. So we had a little meeting, and we were like, the first two events, they have a lot of people in, so they are going to go up on us, but then we're going to slowly chip away event by event by event by event. And also with the men's team, we were like Katrina said, they were backing us the whole time. We were like, we need everybody up, everybody on their feet, everybody on the side. We had Iona, like you said, other teams, St. Peter's, we were like, help us cheer, whatever. We were cheering for them, they were cheering for us. So definitely got the atmosphere going by that night so we could do it.
Interesting. I just want to pick up on the point that you mentioned about, we're having multiple team meetings. Was that different from maybe say some regular season meets, and where some of the team going, why are we having another meeting? We just had one. Or, maybe that's something that you guys always did, or was it something you did different because really the title was on the line?
Yeah. So the only other time we've really done that, I would think, was Binghamton, our first meet of the season. That was kind of an upset for us. We didn't think we were going to be able to win that meet. And by the second half of it, Eric wanted to have a meeting with us to kind of let us know, like, you guys are in this, like, get your heads in the game. Like, you guys definitely have a shot at this. And then we ended up winning that meet. So I think we kind of went through the rest of the season, like, pushing through. And then at that MAAC meet, it was kind of a similar meeting, but he wanted the meeting at the MAAC meet to just be with the team. So he didn't really want to be involved, I think, because he wanted us to kind of do it ourselves and like get each other excited, that kind of thing.
Katrina, Zoe talked a little bit about it when you captured the MAAC title and Moana touches the wall and you guys have officially become champions. Talk about those seconds, those moments as you begin to celebrate that everything that you had hoped to accomplish, you did.
It was surreal. It really was. Yeah. My immediate thought was get Moana out of the water and let's get over to our team. I was like, I want to congratulate all the other girls, but I want to be with the team. I want to be with everybody because yes, that was the last race, but that wasn't the only race that made us MAAC champions. It was the whole meet. It was everybody. So I wanted to get to our team and over on the side of the pool with them all. I was like, come on, let's go. Let's go right now.
That's excellent. And I love the fact that you guys are very consistent with it is not just 2, 3, 4, or 5 of us, but it really is the team effort. Did each of you, and jump in when you'd like, but did each of you say, I have to become more of a leader here? This is my final go around. And I want to have some good leadership skills and help build the foundation for the future. How important was it to take on a leadership role? And Zoe, I guess I'll go to you first as a captain.
So yeah, I definitely, especially when Eric came in, and the culture kind of changed, me as well as the other captains, and honestly, like the entire senior class and the grad students, I'm sure, I feel like I kind of wanted to be able to leave a legacy of like teamwork and, team culture. And especially with like, we had a lot of fast freshmen coming in. So I definitely wanted to be able to leave a legacy of like, we're doing this for the team. Like it is an individual sport, but like we're swimming for the team, we're swimming for Niagara University. Because in a lot of aspects, you're not going to get that in everything you do the rest of your life. So that was definitely a big thing for me. And I think also a lot of the upperclassmen, especially on the men's side too, stepped up to that challenge of being leaders, getting people together to cheer, getting people up to see people on the podium, talking to underclassmen before their races. So a lot of that definitely from all the upperclassmen.
Katrina, same type thing. Talk about the importance of leadership.
So for me, it was different because I was a first year on the team. Right. I didn't know anybody at the very beginning, but going into it, I wanted to take a leadership role as like a culture. I wanted everybody to be a part of the team, work hard, make each other work hard. If someone's slacking off in practice, be like, hey, like, come on, get it together, and have them not get upset. It's just, we all had the same goal. And I wanted to take that approach and work more on the culture. And I think that I didn't really need to do that because that's how we were anyway. Okay. But yeah, I think that, I don't know, I don't see myself as much of a leader, but I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
you were definitely a leader, Katrina.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I could tell already, just in some of the answers and the way that you guys are talking about the team. I'm sure you had a lot of followers, a lot of folks paying attention to see what a champion looks like and how champions need to act. I guess here, as we wrap up, Zoe, I just wanted to ask you, you brought up the word legacy, and that's where I kind of wanted to end. Talk a little bit about the legacy that you think this 2022 championship team is leaving behind, because you will forever be known as the MAAC champions in 2022. Talk about the legacy.
Yeah, I'm starting to get like a little emotional. So
right.
I guess just going back to like coming to this team my freshman year, I never thought that this team would be capable of doing anything like this before. And even the beginning of senior year, it was kind of like on the brink, like, oh, do we think we can do it? And I think just the energy from every single person, I'm so thankful for every single person on the women's team, on the men's team. And also going back to just Eric, I think a lot of us play a part, but I think that we needed that leader to believe in us and hold us accountable and bring us to where we are. So I think I'm hoping that this is just the first to come for this team. Yeah.
Excellent. And Katrina, just some final comments as you think of some takeaways from this sensational season.
Oh gosh. I cannot imagine a better way to end my swimming career. I love the sport of swimming, and I love the team that I ended it with. I can't imagine a better place to end it with, and a better way to end it. It's honestly, it's still hard to comprehend that we were able to do that.
Well, it truly was a special event and a special season capped by the championship. Zoe and Katrina, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Zoe, bounce back to 100% health here as quickly as you can. Good luck to you guys against Canisius in a couple of weeks. And once again, thanks so much for the time you spent, and congratulations to you both.
Thank you so much.
Folks, that'll put a wrap on our deep dive into the 2022 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship year here at Niagara University. This team won the MAAC championship. My name is Todd Callen from the Niagara Sports Network. Have a great day, everyone.